Welcome to Hawk Talk this week, and it is a bye week for North Dakota, so the head coach, Bubba Schweigert, joining us on set this week. Thanks for coming over, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get to the open week, or bye week, whatever we call it. Just need some time to recover here, but also want to improve the football team too.
Yeah, and to get to this point, almost smack dab in the middle of the season, maybe fall's at a good time too, with certainly some more big games here coming up down the road.
Yeah, I think, it's been a good stretch for us. We always want it to be better, but 4-2 after playing our first 6 and 4 of them on the road and playing against some really good competition. I'm really pleased with our guys, how we're handling the situations. We always can be better, but I think our guys have done a good job of staying in the moment, and we need to continue to do that to get ready for another really good football team coming to Grand Forks on October 22nd.
I think we talked at the beginning of the season, we knew this was going to be a tough stretch. It was a tough schedule to start. You knew you were playing a bunch of road games. You got through it. You persevered. So some really close games. Your guys finding ways to win tight games. I think 5-1 in your last 6 games decided by a score or less. Your guys find ways. I'm sure it's hard on your ticker, but it's got to be encouraging.
Yeah, exciting games. And I think you learn a lot about your guys in tight games, And, Coach Pavlik, our O-line coach, he talks about the difference between stress and pressure. And I just love it when he talks the O-line. He says stress is when you aren't prepared. Pressure is when you're prepared. You're going to get in situations where there's going to be pressure, but it's a big time moment to perform. And we talk about staying in the moment with our guys and our mindset. And we're getting better at those situations. I really believe that we're getting better, but there's going to be more that we really need even more out of our team in those situations.
When you get to this point in the season, what you're always hoping for is that you have still a ton to play for, and you guys do at this point. The final 5 games, and I know it's 1 week at a time, it has to be that way, but that's exciting to be in the position you're in. I mean, that's why you get into this, is to give yourself a chance when you get to the nitty-gritty in November.
Yeah, it sure is. October football is now here, and September was behind us, and then you got to work at one day at a time and one opponent at a time. You never want to get too far ahead of yourselves, because the only thing we should be concerned about are the things that we can control, and that's our preparation, in meetings, in practice, in the weight room. And our guys, we talk to them just, about eating and hydrating and sleeping day after day, because you got to be fresh when you come to practice and ready to practice, and not just physically, but mentally, really locked in so we can get better.
Biggest thing that you hope to accomplish here over the next couple of weeks? Typically, this is where coaches spend a little time self-scouting too, and trying to figure out what you're getting hurt on and what you're doing well.
Yeah, I would say consistency. I felt like Saturday night in some third down situations just didn't execute the defensive call how we'd like to, and that can happen sometimes when you're really excited. So our guys got to be excited, but also we got to prepare them for those moments that we can get the right pass drops and make the offense earn it. Felt like on a couple third downs in the first half on that last drive, we just didn't make them execute their offense as well as we could have. And then special teams consistency. We've been really solid on special teams, and Saturday night our kickoff coverage team wasn't as good as it needs to be against good opponents. We gave them a couple long returns out of beyond the 40-yard line. Now they can get in field goal range, and it happened a couple times. But really proud of the defense that we forced field goals, and that's got to be celebrated too during the game. Obviously you want no points, but field goals instead of touchdowns can be real helpful. And then offensively, we've just got to keep continuing finding ways to get more guys involved in the offense. And I like what Tommy's doing, and Quincy's been contributing, and that's huge for our offense at the quarterback position. And Bo and Garrett have been really solid, but we need other guys to step forward now at the receiver position, and got to get guys more involved in the game.
All right, Bubba. Well, it's been a fun ride so far. I know you won't get a lot of rest this week, but we're looking forward to the rest of the season. It's going to be a lot of fun to cover.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.